Hey, good morning. It is December 8th. It's Friday. Last trading day of the week. Good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Josh here at YVA Trades, and this is phase 5. I'm up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row for a grand total of $2,400 in that many days. So let's see. Hopefully I can add to that today and get up to, whatever. We'll see how that goes. So here we go. Let's go take a look at the stock market. What's gapping up today? What is the overall broader market doing? Can we find anything good to trade? Let's go check. Hey, I see. Good morning. Good morning. Is it HHJ? Is that? I need to refresh my comments, so I'm going to lose that comment. But let me just. I'm doing something new on my live streams here, where I'm starting my live stream in a different way. So I want to make sure that I have this updated, because that comment might have been from yesterday. I'm not sure. All right. So I think it was. Anyways, here we are, the morning of Friday. This is a look at SPY, the broader market here. And after that weakness that we saw on Wednesday, it was kind of a little bit of bearish sentiment. It's like, oh, okay, well, the bears haven't done much on this entire run up since way down here. And after some bull breaks yesterday on multiple names, we kind of rolled over and gave it back. Not yesterday, but the day before. But then yesterday, we came down to this support, and the bulls showed up, and they're like, guys, we're still here, and ran it right back up to the highs. So we are still holding in this range above 453.34 on this daily time frame. We had some market data that came out at 5:30 or 5:30 this morning, 8:30 East Coast time. And it drove the market down for a little bit, but it seemed to have recovered. There was a big red candle going down. It looks like it recovered, and we're right back up where we were. So it doesn't look like it's going to have, or it had much of an effect. Not too much. So we're just range bound right now. We're looking for which way are we going to go in the broader market. We're trading inside. So here's a look at the gap scan this morning. And as far as stocks that look good, I did trade MLGO and INTS this morning, and I made, just a little bit, trading small share size, not that big a deal, really. And those have kind of sold off a little bit now. So INTS is our leading gapper, up 128%. But you can see how it's kind of sold off. But that is our leading gapper. And so I'm going to watch it. And the next one down was MBI, as I freeze this here. Actually, INTS does have news. Intensity Therapeutics. So MBI is that next one down. Let me check something here. Yeah. So I'm not sure about MBI. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but the problem with it is the candle ranges are really small for this price of stock. So I would have to probably get in it with, I don't know, $15,000 positions. And that's going to eat up a lot of my buying power. So I don't know that I'll trade it, but if the candle ranges do widen, I would be interested in MBI if we continue up. So I'm going to put that on my watch list as a maybe. And the difference between MBI and INTS, they're both close to the same price, but look at INTS, candle range is 50 cents, 62 cents. They're much, much bigger versus MBI, which is 11 cents here, 10 cents there. And now we're opening up to about 24 cents. But yeah, if it can get up to 30 or 40 cent candle ranges, then I'll have to buy less shares and that's a lower capital that it would take. So this is SOAR. And SOAR is not living up to its name yet. It did this morning for a little bit. It doesn't have news. It looks like there was something yesterday, but And MLGO, I don't think so. I mean, we might be looking at some kind of a bounce possibly on it after that massive sell-off yesterday. You can see it's right back down where it was a couple days ago. So nice moves up. It was hard to trade, made a little bit of money on it, but now it's sold off. Let me see here. Okay. So yeah, MLGO is a no for me. PW, I mean, not only was it hard to trade, but it's also at the lows. So even on a bounce, I don't think I'm interested. We'll see. PWM's sold off. And BLUE, really light volume, larger float. Price is okay, but I don't really think I'm interested in it right now. We'll watch the high of day scanner and see if anything comes up. So what did we have yesterday? We had CHWY. CHWY made some really fantastic moves. I traded this one a little bit after the live stream and made a little bit on it. So, but right now it's consolidation mode, but it's up towards the highs. So I'm going to watch CHWY, I think, as my third pick, just because it was so good to us yesterday. So INTS, MBI, take one more look at these. SOAR was a maybe later. And MLGO. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put SOAR over here just as a secondary on my secondary screen. Yeah, keep an eye. We'll see. And on the high of day scan, we did have PWN, which is on the gap scan. We had TNA, and it was moving up at the same time the market was dropping, but now it's back within its range. Not really interested in that one. It's also very expensive. INTS, of course, TMVS, SOX. So this is all reactions to the news that came out at 5:30. VRME. So no. Okay, so that's it on the scans for now. All right, over here. So these are the stocks I'll be watching this morning. And hourly time frame, inside bar, 15-minute inside bars, 5 minutes. So we're trading below the volume weighted average price. I really, honestly, it's a no until we start to see some bullish action on this for me. See which way we break on this 15-minute inside bar setup. Really, you got your range here. MBI is making new highs, hitting the scan now, right here. So MBI, like I said, it looks good. On the hourly time frame, we had put in this higher low. Broke out over this level. I just need to see those candle ranges widen out. And it looks like they kind of are. So there might be something there for me. And then CHWY, possible cup and handle formation here. High of day from yesterday. Or 2 days ago, sorry. This is yesterday's high here. And yeah, nice uptrend here. MBI 15-minute uptrend. Following the EMA is following. 5-minute time frame here. Oh, that's why. So I was looking at the larger time frame. That's why I thought the candle ranges were okay. But now that I go to the smaller one, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could trade it, just it would have to be with smaller capital, and so I'm not going to make quite as much on it, but that's, okay. 5 minutes to go. That's our higher low right there. So to keep the 5 minute uptrend intact, we need to maintain that higher low, hold that. If we lose that, we will look for time frames aren't quite lining up on the hourly, so I'm gonna retract what I was about to say. Okay, so anyways, here we are pulling back there. There is our daily levels. 1124 to 14. There really isn't a lot of resistance here on the daily between those two levels. I'll mark that one. 1320, which we're coming up to. Okay, let me see here. So INTS was an IPO just recently in June, and we're at all-time highs. So blue sky setup on this 675 was all-time highs, and we are up at made a high of 14, almost $15. So that's pretty cool. So I'm watching the 15-minute inside bar setup on INTS. MBI want to maintain a 5-minute uptrend. Right now we're rejecting on the 15-minute. We have a long upper wick here. So if we close like that, I'm not going to be looking bullish until we can break back over like this level here. Want to see some volume on CHWY? Like to get over yesterday's high. This is it. This is all I got. This is not a very good slate of tickers this morning. Okay. 2 minutes to go. So I'm going to do that thing where I do that little disappearing act like that. See, you know, I'm gone. It's amazing how I can do that. It's like magic. It's just poof. I never considered myself a magician, but there you go. Okay. We are testing that support on MBI down at the volume weighted average price. That 5-minute higher low. Oops. And CHWY breaking out a little premature here. Pre-market. 15 seconds to go. Good luck, guys and gals. Taking a shot at CHWY on a pullback. It's not bouncing the way I would want right away. What it's doing is back testing that high from the other day. Gonna get out basically break even. Let me see here. I didn't like how CHWY was just stalling there. I've seen that happen, and then it'll just like flush down. Got a limit order here on INTS. I jumped in INTS down here, but my stop was too tight, so I had to exit right away. I didn't want to risk getting stopped out really quick. So unfortunately, I missed that move. See if we get a back test to 920, rejecting from the EMA at the moment, but I'm not going to jump in that right now. Big candle ranges, $1 on the 1 minute. So as long as we're rejecting from the volume weighted average price, I'm going to hold off on this one. INTS is hitting the scan, of course. Nice breakout there. So we have a level up at 1220. Kind of. From back here. I'm in on a pullback. I don't have a whole lot of confidence that this is going to continue higher, but we are holding the EMAs at the moment. We haven't proven an uptrend yet. So I'm a little premature, but taking a shot at it anyways. Sold half of it for a small loss just in case it drops. Small profit. Nice move. So we closed above the volume weighted average price. I'm getting back in it with a wider stop loss, and my stop is down at the low. I'm looking for this 5-minute candle to hold and a move up to the highs. So it's a 15-minute bull break out of the inside bar pattern we saw in that 15-minute time frame. Nice move here on MBI. Oh, look at that. Wow. So watching a high of 1070. I'm going to go ahead and sell half on INTS, and I'll put my remaining stop loss down at somewhere below the EMAs, I think. That'll work. Nice equilibrium setup here on CHWY. A little light on volume. I'm going to get out. I'm not going to take the full loss on this. I wanted to hold. Now we are down at the EMA, but I wanted to hold that support. In my mind, if we didn't hold it, I wasn't going to hold the trade. Just looking for a higher low on the 1 minute. Even though CHWY is light on volume, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at that with my stop down here at the low. Oh, look at that. So that was, all right, well, there it is. So I'm down 152. We don't have go to action yet, so I'm going to hold off now for a bit and wait and see if something else pops up. It's a slow start to the morning. We may have to wait till a little bit later, as the market is in an equilibrium right now on the 1 minute time frame. So we're chopping around looking for which direction are we going to go. I had this big sell off, big move up. This candle kind of went up and down. This is kind of weird to draw. Anyways, hey, look at this. I'm a great drawer. There's an X. Oh my gosh. I need to go to drawing school. Anyways, you get the gist. What we're looking at is a tightening range here. Hard to draw one on the bottom. Basically a double bottom. So CHWY breaking through yesterday's high, but now rolling over these larger time frames here. This one is now starting to roll over. Starter position here on BITF. I don't know what the daily looks like. And BITF, it's a thickly traded stock. It's got a higher float. I'm not expecting huge moves on it. I'm going to go ahead and buy this equilibrium here on INTS. Take the profit over here on BITF, $3. Nice. Going to sell half of my position there on INTS. Let the rest run. So now I can safely put my stop loss down at 953. And look for that move up to the highs. $15 is what I'm going for. Providing we can hold this support level down here. And just like that, that's why I take profit early. So basically on that one, I was break even. And the setup for that was an inside bar on the 5-minute time frame with a tightening range. And then we were breaking out of that tightening range right here. But then we flushed back down. So we got some really choppy price action on this one. Broke that support. Now the bulls look like they want to go back up. Not easy to trade. And BITF is probably a no for me. When I got into it, I didn't realize if you... Oh, my apologies. I wasn't even on the right screen. So, if you just missed it, this is what I was doing. So I traded BITF. I I got into it on this little pullback here, looking for the breakout, but I didn't realize that it's really thickly traded. You can see how many buyers and sellers there are, how tight, it's a tight spread, which is good, but stock like this doesn't move very fast. I bought it off of that EMA, and if I had held it, you know, I could have made maybe 50 bucks or something, but the trade I just took that you missed, and I apologize for that, was over here on INTS. You know, we had this little choppiness here, topped out there, and then we pulled back here, and then we had this candle. We hadn't broken this low yet. So we had this candle was opening here at the EMA, and it was green starting to come out, breaking over that last candle. So that's where I bought it, and then it made this nice move up, and I sold half, and then I put my stop under the low right back here. And whoops. Well, anyways, so then if I can get my mouse back here. So I had my stop below this low. We had a couple of lows here to play off of. I put my stop down here on the remainder of it, and it flushed back down right after it broke through the high and stopped me out. For the rest, it was a break-even trade because I took half of my profit early. And now the bulls are turning around and coming right back up again. So this one's very choppy, and I'm not sure that I will trade it. It's much like MLGO was. BITF, yeah, it has that higher float, thickly traded. I tend to stay away from those. It takes a long time to make money on those. So MBI rolling over. Scanners. What CLSK here? It'll let me click on it. Oh, so what do we have here? CLSK. I kind of missed this one. Keep an eye on it, see what it does. So MLGO actually is trying to bounce. I really hate to put it up here because I know I could lose on it. Fairly quickly. So it looks like SPY broke out of its tightening pattern, broke bullish, and now we're tightening up again. Nice clean action there on the SPY. Whoa. Could get in trouble on MLGO, but that looks like a good setup to me. Put in a little higher low on the 1 minute. We're holding the EMA. I don't trust it entirely, so INTS as well. My stop is not in the best place. I'd like my stop to be below 250, but I don't want to move it down because I'll be risking more. This trade over here on INTS, it's not following through. I went ahead and took the loss on it. This candle started moving up after this little holding this range here, and it should have kept going. So my timing was off on it. And this one looks like it wants to come back to support down to 250. I really should bail on this trade too. And so there's a day for me where I've lost $500 and now I have to stop. If I start my scanner back up here, I will show you. So over here are the trades that I took. I'm back. I've got my alert system going off telling me I've hit my max loss. My max loss is 400. That last trade there put me down to negative 500, and that's okay. But you know, I tried trades that I would trade any day of the week, and they just weren't working for me today. And sometimes that's just the way it goes. But looks like my three big losers here: CHWY, INTS, and MLGO, and then red across the board. Except for a small win on BITF, which doesn't count because it's too small. So, not surprising with the kind of action we have today. I'm really not all that surprised. I thought my trading was okay. I think maybe I should have heeded my own warnings and not traded MLGO, because I made mention how INTS was a lot like MLGO. It was really hard to trade, really choppy, but yet I decided to jump in on a breakout anyways here. So I probably shouldn't have done that. And then I jumped into this one at the same time. But CLSK, I didn't want to get into it yet because it had been running up for so long. I was expecting a pullback, and now here we are back at 949. Yeah, just not the kind of day where I'm going to make a lot of money right now. Maybe later things will pick up. So today's December 8th. My first red day in this many days, negative 507, and I actually was red on the green on the day at one point. I was up $35. No, I was up 50. So there we are. See, that's not so bad. A little red candle after all these green candles up. To be expected, it happens. Look at phase for all the red candles I had there. But overall on my weekly, I'm looking great. So I'm going to finish my week with an upper wick and come back next week and give her another go. So what is my profit on the week? I'm up $1,911 this week. Well, the last 8 days, actually. So I'm not unhappy about that. I'm actually a little bit above my average. And look at this. Look at CLSK. So if I had just waited for the pullback that I wanted, look at it pull back to that support and bounce now. That would have been my winning trade right there. So that's pretty nice. My candle range would have been right around 12 cents. So I probably would have bought about 2,000 shares. Sold half on the way up, and I'd be holding the rest for the break through the high. Okay, well, some days you win, some days you lose. Ended my week with a red day, but overall green. I hope you guys had a good trading day today. Look out, try to find some good opportunities. I'm sure they'll show themselves. The market is, like I said, we're trading in a range. Not a lot going on with small caps today. So talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday with all new smiles and ready to go. Bye.